Welcome back, everyone. Bombshell tonight. It is day 2 in the doctor/lawyer Martin MacNeill murder trial. He sends a 6-year-old little girl into the home to find mommy's dead body. Out to Cheryl Hunter, a new guest joining us tonight. She is a trauma recovery expert, author of Use It, Turning Setbacks into Success. Cheryl is a victim of violent crime herself. Cheryl, like you, I'm a crime victim, and I want to hear your thoughts on how this little girl, she's now 12, can ever recover. And while we're talking, Cheryl Hunter, Liz, could you please put up the diagram for Cheryl to see on her monitor, the diagram the little girl drew of mommy in the bathtub. And is her handwriting. Her hair was going into the drain. Her head was out of the water. Her eyes were open. All the water was red. It's bad enough when you are an adult victim of violent crime, but what about when you're a 6-year-old little girl?
Nancy, this is unfathomable that this 6-year-old then, Ada, had to go through that. One of the things that's most striking to me is how markedly different her representation of the story is than the father's 911 call. And one of the things she's having to now deal with is making a new normal for herself. Not only has her mother been killed or died, allegedly being killed, but now she's lost her father as well, and everything that she's thought this pillar of her life was. She's got a huge road ahead of her to make a life for herself where she can trust again Cheryl, and live a life.
In your case, did you testify in court?
I did not. The men who dumped me in a park after beating and raping me and holding me captive chased me, and I leapt on a train. I was in Europe, and I never saw justice being served.
Cheryl, do you think that this girl, who is now 12, I mean, if I were the prosecutor and I had to use her, I would use her to get a just verdict. Do you think she should testify?
I do. I feel like it could, for her perspective, it could be the first step in a real road to recovery, to have her story heard and understood, be vindicated in that way. Now, mind you, Nancy, a trial is never a happy ending for anyone. Even if he is put away for life, she'll still have the inner journey of having to cope and create a new life for herself. But I think a trial and being heard could be a first step in that important road to healing.
I agree with you, Cheryl Hunter, and right now there's a big controversy brewing about whether she will even be allowed to testify. And yes, I know, Jinka Soros, it will be extremely traumatic for her, this little girl, to take the stand, but I think in the years to come, she will wish that she had taken the stand, win or lose, to know that she did everything she could to vindicate her mother's murder.
And here are the facts, Nancy. The judge has not ruled on it yet because the defense says that little Ada has been influenced by her sister Alexis, so the judge may not allow her to testify.